Hello.
Hi guys, how are you?
Welcome, everyone.
Yes, welcome to our channel.
Yay.
Kingdom Bougie is back on the scene. I'm your girl Kenya, and
I'm Leko.
yes, and we are happy to be here on this fine, what is it, Thursday? No, Monday. Oh my God.
Monday.
Jeez, I'm already all the way through the week thinking it's Thursday. But anyway. So guys, as you know, we are super excited to be here with you guys. And if you're here, please let us know in the comment section. We do want to know, who's here with us.
Yes.
Right, Leko?
Yes, we'd like to know who's here with us. We want to know who's rolling with us, and we would like to know who is Kingdom Bougie with us.
Yes.
So if you are Kingdom Bougie, type it in. I'm Kingdom Bougie. Why? Because I serve the Lord with all of my heart, body, and soul.
Okay.
And I'm fabulous,
all
right?
Yes, we got one viewer. What's up? Whatever.
Yay.
666, whatever. I think that's it.
Like for real, like whatever.
Yeah. All right, guys. So let's get into this content. We are today discussing 5 reasons it's okay to be unapologetically selfish.
It's okay.
It's okay. Don't feel bad about it. Don't apologize about it. Like, it's necessary, right?
It's okay.
It's okay. So as you guys know, or maybe you don't know, because I just found out, it is Mental Health Awareness Month, right?
It is.
And mental health, honestly, is like a big deal. Like,
it's a huge deal.
Right? It's something that our country has no idea how to deal with.
At all.
It's something that everybody at some point, I feel, struggles to deal with. Like, just keeping a healthy state of mind is like this tricky balance that we all are constantly trying to figure out. Because why? Because life is freaking hard.
It's hard.
Life is always throwing curveballs at you.
It's hard. Not only is it hard, but you have to maintain your life. Like, you have to live in this world, and you have to afford your life to live in this world, on top of things such as, spouse, family, friends, a job. It's too much.
Don't have no kids.
It's too much.
Don't have no kids.
Oh.
Right? I mean, I would say don't have any pets, but pets, at least they're like, they just sit there and love on you.
Scratch my tummy.
Yeah, they're easy. Yeah. But yeah, it's always something. So I do believe that we all can benefit from just learning how to be selfish sometimes, right?
Yes.
So number 1 reason, guys, is being selfish is healthy.
It's healthy, guys. Believe it or not, it is healthy. It really is. It's healthy. So one of the things that we kind of struggle with was, once you are, living in the world, you're doing your fizzle, right? And then you decide to give the Lord your life. I surrender, Lord. I belong to you. You are the Lord of my life, right? And then so you start being really kind, really nice to people. You start, doing things that you don't normally do, just in the sake of just being nice and loving people like Christ loved the church. You know what I mean? So you just really want to extend your love because you felt God loved you so much, and you're like, I want to do the same thing you did,
right?
About Jesus. But then you find yourself too nice and not really getting things done aggressively. And so you have to learn how to say, you know what? I no longer am a part of the world, right?
Yeah.
I love the Lord, but I can't be too I guess you could say lovey-dovey, soft and extra giving, I have to find a balance.
Right.
So in my time of finding a balance, I need to be selfish right now. So that means I probably need to, what are some of the things? Because I know
okay, so like that's the thing that we want you guys to know. Like the reason why you can be unapologetically selfish is because you're doing it in a healthy way.
Right.
So you're not just being selfish, like I don't mess with nobody. I don't care about nobody's feelings.
Zeros.
Yes, it's me against the world type thing. It's not that way.
Right.
It's like selfish because like it's okay to take care of you. You know what I mean? Like first, right? Because if you are not good, you can't really be anything to your spouse. You can't be anything to your husband. You're no good on the job. Like you're just a mess. So like in order to like be you, right? You've got to take care of you. Like in order to like, you know, be the best you. How about that? In order to be the best you, you've really got to take care of you.
Exactly.
You know, so we're like having that me, myself, and I attitude is like it's healthy. It's a good thing. I mean, I would say Beyonce said it, but you know, she was like, that's all I got in the end. And at the end of the day, that is really okay.
How about this? You came in this world by yourself and you leave out of this world by yourself.
You really are.
You know,
you really are.
Remind everybody, selfishness does not mean greediness. It does not mean putting people down. That's not the way we're talking about. The selfishness we're talking about is healthy. It's just what it says, being selfish in a state of being yourself.
Yeah.
In the state of being yourself, knowing who you are, right? Telling everybody, look, give me 5, give me 10 minutes.
And like self-care, like take some time for yourself, like go take a bath, go work out, you know, go, I would say go get a massage, but are they doing quarantine massages? I don't know. But if they're not
right now.
Okay, so don't trust the massage right now. Go on Amazon and buy you a massager and come home and just, you know.
Even though it don't really work, but
well, whatever. I mean,
go ahead, do your thing.
Yeah, do something for yourself. You know, take a walk. Go to the park, just sit in the car and listen to praise and worship. That always helps me. You know, like I said, take a bath. A bath is my thing. I love a bath. A good bath.
Foam, bubble foam.
I'm like foam. Oh
yeah,
Lord.
they have bubble foam. Our bath are the bombs, bath bombs. The bombs where it sizzles.
Yes.
Right. Oil. Light a candle. Turn off the light.
Essential oils, candles, and whatever you have to do to take care of you and to do some self-care. Whether give yourself a facial, have a glass of wine. Like indulge because you have to take care of you before you can take care of you, right?
You must.
So that's point number 1.
That's point number 1.
Point number 2. It's okay to not be okay, guys. It's okay. It's okay.
I'm not well. Today ain't the day. Sorry.
I didn't know if that was a confession or if you was like
that time of the month, I ain't feeling this. The time of the month, I ain't feeling this right.
Yes. Okay, so when I was doing a little bit of research, guys, they were saying that you have to be willing to explicitly express your emotions.
Yes.
One of the things that I know is really important as it relates to like the kingdom, the God thing, like being the best you, is that God does not want you to let your emotions control you
at all.
He gave us all emotions because he wants us to be able to express ourselves. But at the end of the day, he doesn't want us to like keep stuff bottled in, right? Yeah. So that we get to the point to where we like explode on people, right?
No, but even if say we don't explode, because maybe that's not our personality, but it's going to leak out, right? It's going to leak out.
Yeah.
Like passive aggressive. You may not say nothing, but all of a sudden you got smart remarks. You sarcastic. You saying like little bits and pieces of things where people are like, what's wrong with you? And you know what I mean? So it comes out. So the best thing is to let it out constructively and let everybody know, look, I'm really not feeling this right now. Or I really don't like what you said to me last week. I know it took me some time, but I really don't like that. Or I don't want you to talk to me like this moving forward, or whatever the case may be.
Yeah, and the real healthy way is to really, like, instead of like, you know, trying to read people's mind and assume that they were out there to hurt your feelings, just let them know how certain things make you feel. Like, blame it on yourself. Like, let them know, like, I'm not okay. Like, I'm still working on, you know, not being defensive, or I'm still working on, you know, handling all the pressure that comes along with life. So, you know, right now, I got a lot going on with work and my family. It's okay to express that, especially with family, because like she says, if you don't, and if you keep it bottled up, it'll come out subconsciously in other ways. And you could end up really ruining like relationships, right?
Right.
Yeah. And yeah, it'll leak out. Even if you try to hide it and cover it up, it will definitely leak out.
It definitely. So how about this? Let me just say something real quick.
No, go ahead.
It's almost like you have to picture it as like libido, right? So libido, everybody think libido is just sexual. It's not. It's an energy, but it's not a sexual energy in itself. But if you express it through sexual means, then it's, then it's sexual. But libido is just energy. So when you have that energy inside of you, you have to get it out. For instance, some people, right, that have like yelling issues, or they're very aggressive, they have to get it out. So they get it out in ways of like yelling and screaming and just like, I don't want this. They have to get that libido out. I'm serious. The libido is in them, and it's going to be expressed one way or another. So you have to do it in a more constructive way. Some people do it through workout, right?
Yeah.
Some people do it through like hobbies,
training. Right. Training, work. That's kind of why they say, like, as an athlete, you shouldn't have sex before you have like say it's a boxer. Yeah, like you shouldn't have sex before you have a boxing match, because you're wasting that energy. Like it's wasted. They want you to harness that, because you could really get a lot done if you harness that energy and channel it into like something productive, right? Because like you said, libido is energy. But yeah, so back to what we were saying, guys, like it's really okay to not be okay, and admit it. Like, you are not weak for admitting that, hey, I'm not okay today. Ask for the help that you need, because that's how you're going to get back to a healthy state of mind, is, and of course, know who you should ask, and know how much to divulge to people, because people will use the stuff that you say against you sometimes. So, it's okay to not divulge too much, but to still let the person know, like, look, now is not the time. And if it's Satan, declare, not today, Satan. Can't deal with you. Not today.
And at the same time, sorry.
I was going to say, wait, okay, guys. So remember, like, you had wrote this sign and put it in your window because somebody had, okay, so back in the day, guys, Lake Cole had this, well, me and Lake Cole, because at this time we were like building our business. So we had like one car between the two of us. We like I don't even know if we all fit in at the same time, because it was like, or did we? Somebody didn't have a seatbelt on. I mean, it was bad, guys. We just didn't have enough room for everybody, because we were struggling, right? We were building our business. We had this little Toyota. Anyway, she was like in the house, and I don't even know where she was getting ready to go, but she told me later, she was like, Holy Spirit kept telling me, your car ain't gonna start. And she just like brushed it off. Like it just kept dropping in her spirit. Like, you getting ready for nothing. Your car ain't gonna start.
Let me tell the story. So look, I was thinking about this earlier. So funny you said it, right? Holy Spirit kept saying, "Hey, you know your car not gonna start, right?" And then, but he was laughing, and I'm like, and he said, "You know your car not gonna start." And I was like, "Why you keep saying that?" As though it was a person right next to me. I was like, "Why you keep saying that?" You know, that's what me and him was so in tune.
So you'll get back there. You'll get back there.
Right. So anyhow, so I just brushed it off, whatnot. Kids went to bed. I was living by myself. The kids went to bed. I wanted to just go up the street. It wasn't far, but I wanted to go up the street to wash, the clothes. So anyway, I go to the car, and on my way walking to the car, I said, "Why do I have a feeling that my car isn't going to start?" Right. So then put the key in the in the door. Put the key in ignition, didn't start, and cut on a light. Nothing came on. And I was like,
nothing.
So I went to the trunk just to see, the hood, popped the hood up, just to see what's going on with it. My battery was gone. Somebody took my battery.
Somebody stole her battery, guys.
Yes, I laughed so hard because I knew that since Holy Spirit told me that, that since your car is not gonna start, I figured that, it was something behind it. So I just laughed. And in the morning I told Kenya about it, right? And how about this? The kids got to school on time. They got an Uber to school, they have fun, right? Kenya's husband was kind enough to take me to Walmart, right? 3 people gave me money for my battery. So not only did I have a new battery, right? I had extra money. And the kids got to school, Yeah. So,
but the reason I brought the story up, guys, is because Lake Cole made a sign that said "Not today, Satan," and put it in her window because she was like, "Look, I have replaced my battery, and whoever comes to try to steal this, whoever Satan is using to get me off my A game to try to come and steal my battery, look." Not today, Satan. So even if you gotta write a sign,
I did.
Right? Even if you gotta write a sign to let whoever know, like, I'm not okay, not today. Post your sign, do what you got to. Just let people know that now is not the time. That's why I brought the story.
And then one more thing.
Okay, go ahead.
It's just one more thing. I just want to let everyone know as it relates to mental health. Like she said, it's okay to not be okay. It's okay to tell somebody, I'm not doing well. I don't know what's going on with me. I don't want to get up and brush my teeth. I don't want to eat most days. I don't want to bathe. I don't want to, wash my clothes. I don't want to do anything. I'm not okay. You know what I mean? So we're letting you know that it's okay to say that you're not okay, and they have help out there, whether it's somebody that you trust you can talk to, like she said, or whether it's more professional help, because perhaps you can't tell people and it's a little bit more sensitive. You know what I mean? So don't be afraid to reach out there. Nowadays, especially since COVID-19, they have all type of free mental health care out there for people, because they understand this is a very hard time on top of just regular everyday life. So we encourage you, please, please, please go get help if that's what you need. If you need to talk to us, email us, KINGDOMBOUGIE@gmail.com. We're here for you. We'll pray for you, and we'll point you in the right direction.
Yes. And just to piggyback off of that, because mental health is a very serious thing. I know we're laughing and joking, guys, but mental health is a very serious thing. Lake Cole is a psychology major, and so even still, she one of the jobs that she does is she takes care of people, or that population. She works with the population of people that have mental health issues. And she used to always tell me, like, while we were in college, while she was working her way up to that career, she would always say that, like, the one thing that's really sad is when you have no control over your mind, when you have no control over your thoughts. It's a real thing. And so, like I said before, you don't have to divulge to everybody because everybody can't handle it, or they might not even know what to do with that information. So go seek professional help. Seek spiritual guidance, spiritual counseling. Nicole does spiritual counseling. She's very, very good at it. Email us about that. But yeah, take care of yourself and just let people know, like, I'm not okay. Moving right along to number 3. It helps you get to your best self. So the number 3 reason it's okay to be unapologetically selfish is because the process of being unapologetically selfish helps you get to your best self.
Yes.
Who doesn't want to be their best self?
I'm living my best life.
Hey.
No song.
I know we wanted to get the song, guys, because that's all we could think of when we heard this, but
yes,
it didn't work out. So anyway, but yeah, we all want to get to our best self. We all want to live our best life.
yes.
So at the end of the day, this is why it's okay to be unapologetically selfish. Right?
Yeah. It really is. It's like, I'm sorry, like, yeah, I know we normally would go out and hang out at the club. I know we normally would go eat at this restaurant. I know we normally would go, to this place every year, but I'm working on myself. I'm saving money. I'm getting out of debt. I am, looking toward the future. You know what I mean? So some of the things I'm not going to be able to do that anymore. So I can't hang out as much. Because instead of me hanging out, I'm taking this class online because I'm trying to figure this thing out. You know what I mean? Or I'm trying to grow my portfolio or whatever the case may be. I'm not going to be able to do that. Or let's just say it don't have nothing to do with any of that. I just need me time. I need to get in touch with who I am.
Yeah. Yeah. Some people are a trigger for you. And so, you have to, like, when you're selfish, it helps you, like, create boundaries and communicate those boundaries with people. Like she said, whether it be like, you're decided to go back to school. Now it's a good time, by the way, to go back to school, learn a trade, learn a skill, or you start a business, or, you get married or start a new relationship. I mean, so, whatever you need, or you're just working on your own mental health. Your own mental state, and you need to communicate boundaries. When you do the work, the self-work that gets you to your best you, it improves every single area of your life. It really does. It enhances those relationships, right? Like,
it makes it so much better. It makes it so much better. And do keep in mind that when you start working on yourself, people are going to start calling you selfish. It's almost like one song that Beyonce sang. She said, all those times that I said yes, I say
it's no. Like I never. Yeah, it's like I never said yes.
I say no one time, and it's a constructive no. It's not a no to make you feel bad or harm you.
Yes,
and you act like I never said yes all those other times. So keep that in mind, guys. When you are climbing to self-actualization, I butchered the word, which is Maslow hierarchy of needs, right? Self-actualization. People are going to say that you are selfish. They're going to say you're selfish, you don't care, and you're like, that's not the case, because I've been caring about everything and everybody, and I've been forgetting about me. So now it's time for me to focus on me, so I can be a better person for you. If that's what we're doing here, and if not, hey, it wasn't for me.
Yeah, I mean, it automatically makes you, like, when you do the self-work to be a better you, it makes you a better friend. It makes you a better parent. It makes you a better spouse. And a better employee or business owner, whatever you're doing. It just makes you better. And I can speak for, all the moms that are parenting, like, children that have now grown up and now they're adults. This was hard for me because, when you're a mom, like, it's hard for you to, put yourself first, because you're taught right? As a mom, you're taught, and it's kind of built into your motherhood, that you put your kids first. So yeah, so I deal with that whole, like, it's like I never say yes. Like with my child, you know, she's grown and I try my hardest not to tell her no, but still sometimes it's like, you know, I have to say no because I got to put me first. She's grown now. You know, I did the whole 18 years of nothing comes before my child, not even me. But now she's grown, you know, and she has her own life too. So now I'm like, you know what? I need to put myself first. But you know, I run into that and I feel guilty. And sometimes I have to like tell myself, no, you know, don't buy into that guilt.
Right.
You need to take care of yourself. You need to do this. You need to do that. And they're needs. They're not wants. They're needs that I'm telling people no for. Like, no, because I need to do this. You know, so that's super, super important.
Yeah, and when you feel guilty, you have to. I'm not saying you. I'm just saying for the viewers out there. When you feel guilty, you have to change that mindset and say no. Unapologetically selfish. I'm not apologizing. Guilt is almost a form of getting you to the point where I'm sorry, I feel so bad. Oh my God. No.
Yeah.
No.
So remember our favorite motel sign? Do you remember it? Okay, guys. So
Lost.
Okay, so we would drive down this street every day for probably like a year, and on this motel, it had a sign that said what?
It said that guilt is the gift that keep on giving, right?
Yes,
keep on giving it.
It keeps on giving. Yes.
Are you guilty? Oh, you want some more? Oh, you guilty? Oh, let me get some more.
Yes, it never stops. So don't feed into it because it's gonna keep eating you alive. Just let it go.
Yeah.
You ready to move on to number 4?
I'm ready.
Okay. Number 4, guys. Ooh. Now, you know the Bible scholars are going to be challenging you on this one, like, oh, number 4 says Jesus wants you to say no.
Yes, he does.
Right? Okay.
Yeah, Jesus wants you to say no.
Go ahead.
So how about this? So if Jesus didn't want you to say no, right? Why would he say that for whoever would lose, so for whoever would save his or her life, will lose their life. They'll lose it, right? But whoever loses his or her life for my sake, for Jesus' sake, right, and the gospel will save it. So what does that mean? That means that, you know what? How about this? You went to school like your parents told you to go to school. You got married, like, you found this girl, guy, whatever, you liked them, you got married, what have you, had kids, things of nature. You going through the notions. You just going through the notions. You a good person. You would lie a law-abiding citizen. You pay your tithes. You pay your your
taxes,
right? And then, so you start spending time with God. You start spending time with God, and He say, "I want you to stop working at that job, or I want you, instead of going out on Saturdays, I want you to give me your Saturdays." That's hard because it's a tradition, and on top of that, talking about the Saturdays, and on top of that, your job, that's your way of living. But Jesus said, "Girl, I am done. I'm done.
Not today, Satan.
I'm done." I mean, how you gonna be? I'm done. Anyway, so Jesus is like, okay, so do you want to save your life and lose it anyway?
Right.
Or would you rather lose that life that you have, right? Lose that life you have for what I have better to give you and for the gospel. You see what I'm saying? Because the gospel, like when you lose your life for Jesus, you surrender as Lord and Savior to Him, right? You surrender. And at the same time, you're yielding to the gospel, right? You're yielding to the gospel when you do that. So as Jesus transform you, conform you, do whatever it is that He want to do with you, you are a living testimony to people that don't know Jesus, to people that is scared to even lose their life to him. You know, that's why Jesus, like, if you put your life down for me, right, I will make sure that you will be greater than you were, than what you thought you were. You see what I'm saying? So when you choose to turn around and do what he tell you to do, he makes your name great. And it happens supernaturally. It's miraculous. You're like, oh Lord, I don't know, you know, but you'll be scared, like, I don't want to lose my job. I have a husband.
It's very scary. It's a very scary process, no matter which one he takes you through, right? Because it always looks bad before it looks better. It's like, it's almost designed to like see if you're really like trusting him. Do you trust me? Yeah, right. But it's like, it's really designed to see like, hey, how much do you trust me? Because I'm telling y'all, it looks crazy. And people call you out because now you're saying no, you're turning down things. Oh, look, I just thought about this. So shout out to Warrior Nation, Kelly, and what's her husband name?
Kelly and
Sino. Okay. We went to one of their conferences last year, and she told everybody the story about, okay, so when she first started her ministry, she whatever she was doing, she was making money, right? And so she would like set aside a certain amount, and then she'll take the rest, whether it was $10, $3, $5, $100, whatever was left over. So I don't know what she would set aside. Maybe it was just like, say she had $3,520, she'll set aside $20. You know, so whatever was like the extra. And she did this for a long period of time, guys, to the point where she had like a trunk full of money. And she like literally was like, she kept it. She kept a lock on her door. Like she was like, and kept a lock on the trunk. Like she was so proud of this. This was like extra cash that she was like putting away, right? Doing ministry, paying her bills, coming up, putting money away, right? So one day she's like, I'm going to count my money, because it had been long enough and it had got so full that she really couldn't even stuff any more money in.
That is a blessing.
Right? Can you imagine? You go to this trunk, you've been stuffing money in for like years. You go to this trunk, you like, you know what? Now it's enough to where I'm accounting. And you sit down and count it, and it's ones and it's 20s and it's fives. And you just counting, right, guys? She had a little over $25,000 in that trunk. And she said, as soon as she finished counting it and tallying it up, God told her to give it away. Now, I need whoever is watching, I need you to put in the comments. Now, are you giving it away? Are you giving away that $25,000? God tells you, give it away.
Can you do it?
Are you keeping it or are you giving it away?
Can you?
I don't know.
You lie me. You lie me.
I don't know, guys. That would be really hard for me. And I'm not saying that, Laura, so you can test me in that area. I'm just saying.
Girl, be careful.
That's a hard one. So and she said that she cried like a baby.
I cried.
She gave it away. She gave it away, and God gave it all back to her. But that's a hard one.
She is a multi-millionaire right now.
Yes.
So has she not, let's just say, has she not let go of that $25,000, you know, that she had saved up for whatever rainy day, whatever, right? Would she be a millionaire today, a multi-millionaire today? I don't know.
Yeah, I guess in this way, Jesus don't want you to say no.
Right, but
Jesus wants you to say yes, right?
So the interesting thing, guys, is that once she gave the money up, God had a plan for her. He brought her husband, you know, because she was like, once she got a divorce, because she had got a divorce, and if you follow her, you would know her story because she's very open with her life. She's been praying to God for a helpmeet. She's been praying to God for a help me, and she's like, I mean, a help me, but to help her, not the other way around, but to help her on her businesses. Yeah, exactly. And what she's been doing. And her husband had came to her like shortly thereafter, you know what I mean? Not knowing that they were going to be married, but he came into her life and they, you know, spending time together or whatever. And then, you know, now they're married or whatever the case may be. But she herself, she contributed to her being obedient, doing what God told her to do as far as like giving up the money. She contributed that to her new husband.
Attributes that to like God blessing her with her husband. Yeah. But just know that she had to say no a lot along her journey. She had to quit her job. She was a nurse. She had to quit her job. She had to step out on faith. She had to tell people no because she had this mission of like praying and starting this ministry, and that took up all of her time. And she was a mother. So she had to really say no a lot. Right. And it's okay to say no, especially if you're a yes person. I used to feel like I had to say yes a lot because I took the burden on of my family. You know, I was the oldest. I'm still the oldest, but I'm the oldest, right? I'm the oldest sibling. And then my mom had some challenges. So like I took that burden on. Like I took on the burden of caring for my family. So it's really hard for me to say no. But if you're a yes person, so basically I understand if you're a yes person, but just know that nobody can say yes all the time. Nobody can be everything for everybody.
That's not even healthy.
It's not healthy. I mean, that's what we're talking about, right?
Exactly.
So yeah, so that's why Jesus wants you to say no.
Yeah.
He doesn't want you to make promises you can't keep, and he doesn't want you to burn yourself out.
No.
He wants you to be who you need to be, whole, so that you can do what he needs you to do in the kingdom, right?
Exactly.
Okay. We got no minutes left, so let's do this last one, Laco.
Okay.
All right. So number 5, last but not least, the selfish road leads to self-interest. Talk about that, Laco. What does that mean? That's like a very complicated sentence.
That's a lot. Yeah, it's a mouthful. So C.S. Lewis, if you're familiar with him, he had this interesting quote, and he quote, "It is in our self-interest to deny ourselves." You see what I'm saying? So basically, he wants us to know that it's very important to know that God's interest is in our self-interest, right? So our self-interest.
Type that in the comments. God's interest is in our self-interest.
Self-interest.
Actually, if you want God to be interested in what you're interested in, put that. I love you, Lord. I want God's interest to be what I'm interested in.
Exactly.
Yeah, I want that. I want his interest to be my self-interest.
I want some of that. So the thing about self-interest is that so self-interest is a state of mind, a state of being, right?
Okay.
Interested in yourself. Lord, why am I here on this earth? Lord, what purpose do you have for me? What is my purpose? Right? I'm being self-interested. What are the things that I like? You know, aside from my kids, aside from my spouse, aside from my family members, what do I like? You know what I mean? What are the things that I want to do? You see what I'm saying? So
how do you want to use me, Lord?
Exactly.
How do you want to use me? Why did you create me?
Exactly. So basically, what we want you all to understand that being selfish is not always a negative thing. It's not always a negative thing, you know? Stop thinking of it as a negative thing. Now, if you're being selfish because you're trying to harm people, you're being greedy, and you just no, that's different. That's on something else. We ain't talking about that. We're talking about healthy selfishness. Healthy, right? So we would like for you to really think about this, going from thinking that selfish is a negative thing, right, to going to thinking healthy selfishness, right? Thinking of health, thinking of selfishness as healthy, turning around and summing it all together as self-interest. You see what I'm saying? So from thinking that selfishness is negative, to thinking that, selfishness could be a positive thing. It's healthy, right?
It can be.
Can be, right?
Yes.
And then going to self-interest.
So how about this? We want you guys to go, right? We want you guys to be healthy, right? Yes. And we want you to be selfish in a healthy way, right? That's what we want you to do.
Exactly.
So be healthy in a selfish way.
Right.
Be selfish in a healthy way, right? And then as you're being selfish, right? But you're being healthy in a healthy way, you're starting to really like put you first and start to understand who you are and why you're created, right? It's going to lead you into like the interests that God wants to guide you into, right? And that stuff that's where you find your purpose. Yeah. That's where you figure out how to use your gifts to bless other people. Yes. That's where you you figure out how to be the best you so that God can use you, right? And that's how you figure out how to insert yourself where God is working so that you can help him on his mission, right? And that's what life really is about. And when you're doing that, you're going to be more fulfilled. Most people, sadly, they go their whole life and they never find true fulfillment. Never. And it's really because they're not living a purposeful life. And, when you start to be a little bit selfish and start to put yourself first and figure out those things that are internal, it really leads you to a purposeful life, which ultimately will lead you to fulfillment.
It really does. And I just want to let everyone know that self-interest, it's not how can I say it? It has to do with a lot of denying yourself of self pleasures that you will normally divulge in. It has to do with setting up boundaries, borders, discipline, perseverance, being persistent, Yeah. So that's why a lot of people hardly ever get to self-interest, because it takes a lot of work to get there. And then when you're there, you have to keep working at it. It's not an automatic thing. Yes, I said automatic.
She always says automatic.
You have to work at it. And it's a lot of denying yourself, like, of the things that you might want to divulge in, like, I want to indulge in, eating what I want to eat, or sleeping around who I want to sleep around with, or hanging out who I want to hang around with, or drinking as much as I want to drink. When you reach self-interest, those things, they gotta be pushed to the side. Don't, or maybe just.
How about this? The hardest person to say no to is yourself.
Oh, type that in.
The hardest person to say no to is yourself.
Type it in.
But denying self leads, that's the road to victory.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So guys, we really have no more minutes.
We don't.
But we have had fun. It has been a pleasure as always. Yes. Let us know if we forgot anything. Let us know if you agree with the content. Let us know if you want us to talk about something else, right? Or if you have a Bible verse that kind of like backs up what we were saying. We'd love to hear from you.
Yes.
Also
don't forget, anytime, right? What you're gonna say that? Anytime that you give a gift of $25 or more, right? We will always send you a token of our love and appreciation for supporting our ministry, and it also support other ministries. Don't forget to email us all of your information so we can send that special gift to you or to someone that you love.
Yes, our Cash App is below in the description. Also, our email address is in the description. Yes. So once again, we really appreciate the love and the support from all of you guys. Yes. Can't wait to see you next time. As always, like we say, God is everywhere,
but he is nowhere
if you don't find him somewhere.
So go find him.
Go find him, guys. Thank you. Love you. See you next time.